This is SCP Containment Breach, a horror game released in 2012. Based on the comically incompetent SCP Foundation, which is both the coolest and also most mind-numbing fandoms ever made. Containment Breach was made by a Finnish game developer named Ray Gallis, also known as Jonas Rikonen, who also made the hit video game SCP-087B, which was a shitty walking simulator where you are in the average house in St. Louis, Missouri, trying to find your way out and wait until a spooky PNG comes and gives you horrid backshots.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Then Ray Gallis promptly took the engine from 087B and made the first version of SCP Containment Breach in a week. Yes! Now, to be frank, he did put it together with shit, a half-drank megaforce, hope, and a prayer. That the first version was actually not that bad. Yeah, it looked like ass. And you can tell this shit was made in a week. But I'm not here to talk about the first version. I'm here to talk about the newest version of the game, which was freshly released in 2018. The 14-year-old indie game got an update freshly in May 2026. What the fuck? But this game being 14 years old aside, it's seriously still pretty scary. The game has one of, if not the best atmosphere in a horror game ever. The loud noises that plays on only the creaking facility, and not to mention the music that graces your ears during the whole game.
What the fuck is this? Bro, I'm gone!
To add to the horror, there is a blinking mechanism, a thing that directly ties to our main enemy, SCP-173. Now more commonly known as Peanut, this is the main floor of the game, and you can see the map, which is randomly generated by the way, is heavily built around him. If you don't know, SCP-173 is a concrete statue that moves when you don't look at it. It's a weeping angel. Peanut is why the game has the blinking mechanism and can be seriously scary or seriously fucking annoying. But the pile of concrete is not your only foe in this game. There's also multiple other SCPs that work in various different ways. For example, the Old Man, or otherwise known as Radical Larry. Radical fucking Larry. That's a sick fucking name. Anyways, he's a decaying old fart who goes through walls and is generally the biggest friend in this game, considering he can spawn quite literally anywhere. Yes, even in an elevator you loaded into a second ago. After he kills you, he takes you to his pocket dimension where you will start to bleed out slowly, but don't worry. You can get out if you know your way around. Then there is SCP-049, or otherwise known as the Plague Doctor. Now this piece of shit is the bane of my existence. This motherfucker is everywhere whether you want him there or not. Unlike 106, he can't be contained. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Some of these guys can be contained, like 106. He can be contained by breaking the femur of a Class D in a magnetic block. This is also where this sound effect comes from. So yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, 049. Where was I? Oh yeah, now I remember. He's a bitch. There's a clip of this happening. Great. What? So yeah, there's a thing I forgot to mention. This game is fucking broken. Now the glitches in this game vary a lot. Sometimes it's just a small inconvenience, and sometimes it's bigger than that. But going back to SCPs, there's SCP-079, or the old AI, or computer as those bum-ass SCP Secret Laboratory players say. Don't worry, I'm one of them, so friendly fire will not be tolerated. He's quite essential to the story of the game and is the way you escape in every ending of the game, but I'll talk about 079 later in a bit more in depth. And speaking of the story, what is this game's plot? Well, to put it short, you are a Class D with the number D9341, and you are being thrown into a containment cell with Peanut. And shit hits the fan even though the fan ain't even on, which now it is. The doors don't work, electricity cuts out, and now you're trying to escape. But I won't go into the plot too deep yet. Now, rapid fire SCP round. SCP-096, he's a lanky white man. SCP-035, a mask who thinks he's tough shit and, to be frank, easy if you help him. SCP-714, a ring that protects you from Plague Doctor's touch. So I guess get married and freaky Plague Doctors can't touch you. SCP-1025 is a book of diseases, which if you read, you get the disease that's on the page that you opened. Oh, fuck. SCP-1162. Glory Hole. SCP-1499 is a Russian gas mask which takes you to the average Soviet city. And last but not least, SCP-420. It's a fucking joint, which if you smoke you will get the most stereotypical stoner music in your ears. Truly the best SCP of them all. There's obviously a lot more which I didn't mention. They're on the screen there. Maybe I'll talk about them more later. Now sometimes you don't die to an SCP. Instead, you might run into a Tesla gate or get bitten by a zombie. Or maybe you got shot by some special units. These dudes are the MTFs, which are the Foundation's special units. MTF stands for motherfucker. Because these dudes are a bigger threat than radical fucking rally in the late game. Because these glorified bulletproof vests don't give two shits about whether you are an SCP or a D-class. You will die no matter what. And don't even think about dodging bullets because these dudes are a hit scan. And they have the rage of John Wick inside them. You cannot escape them. They will find you and 360 quickscope you. Hey, they're not all bad. They contain SCP-173 for you. Now, the plot of Containment Breach is not convoluted at all. In short, the Chaos Insurgency, which are enemies of the Foundation, had a double agent, aka Dr. Maynard, give control to SCP-079, who then set the Containment Breach off. Now, the main character of the game, D9341, or you, were a Foundation member before messing with some bullshit that I don't understand. If you want a more in-depth video about the protagonist of Containment Breach, go check out Bates's video on it. It's linked down below. Now this is the part of the video where I talk about the endings of the game. There are 4 endings in total in the game, 2 for each gate. Now, the ending I played for was Gate A's easier ending, aka not containing SCP-106. Now the reason I chose to do this ending was due to it being lore-wise probably the most positive outcome for you, since this is the only ending where you actually escape the facility with the Chaos Insurgency. Now the rest of them are pretty shit. The other Gate A ending where you contain SCP-106
box use,
dog
dog water,
not getting shot but captured by the Nine-Tailed Fox units. And the Gate B endings either end in you dying to a nuke or getting quickscoped. Go figure. Now the game is not all serious and spooky, sometimes it can be quite hilarious. Like this is the only game where you have SCP-096 and the ass-eating SCP in the same game. But besides that, the game is seriously still a good horror experience to boot up at 2 AM when your Steam library is looking drier than the Sahara. But anyhow, if you're looking for a horror game to play, go play SCP Containment Breach, or alternatively, check out the Ultimate Edition of the game, which adds a lot of new SCPs and new rooms and stuff. But with that, thank you for watching, Jesus loves you, God bless, I was Apu, peace out!